Like it's going to be Hilliard, Rogers, Hedges, Massner, and Larson. And Massner puts up a three right off the bat and hits it to give the Bullets a 3-0 lead. Bullets shot 45% from the field last week, and there's a steal by Hilliard. In that win over IMS, Hilliard takes it down, and she's going to draw the foul. She made the steal, took it all the way to the other end, and the foul is going to be on number 10. That's Jenny Green for the Lady Warriors. So Hilliard will shoot two. Hilliard, of course, signed a letter of intent to attend UNI next season. One of two players to sign on a basketball scholarship. The other one is Andrew Larson, who signed at Wayne State, Nebraska. Second one is no good and is rebounded by number 24. That's Gabby Wagler, who I believe was leading rebounder for the Warriors last year. It's a quick cut into the middle. Comes back out, and we're going to have a 3-second call, and I think that went against Wagler. She got the ball, kicked it back out, didn't get out of the lane in time, so we have a turnover. If you're just joining us, we just started the ball game with 7.5 minutes to go. Mediapolis leads 4-0. Ball's fed inside to Larson. She's double teamed, so she kicks it back out, and that's going to be, no, it's saved. It looked like a turnover, but it was saved by Massner. Then Hilliard put up a shot, was partially blocked, and rebounded there by Erica Lichty. So now the Warriors have the ball. It's like the Bullets are in a zone defense, fed inside to Lichty. She tries to get it over to Brown, no good. Wagler puts up the shot, and it's grabbed by Hilliard. Comes down to Rogers, off in the corner to Massner, and she's called for traveling, shuffled those feet just a little bit. So the ball will turn back over, 6:51 to go. 4-0 in favor of Mediapolis over the visiting WACO Warriors. This is Ken Harshbarger bringing the action tonight on the Dogcast. Ball's over on the wing now, goes down into the corner to Lichty. She drives the baseline, and it's blocked out of there by Larson. Out in front, Larson leads the break, gets down front, and gets a layup. Larson got the rebound, kicked it out, and hustled down the floor and got the layup to push the Mediapolis lead to 6-0 with just under 6.5 minutes left. As the Bullets have come out here on fire, put a lot of pressure on. There's a drive to the hole by number 20. That's Jalissa Jepson, and she's going to draw a foul. The foul's on number 32, Heidi Hilliard. Jepson at the line and sinks the first one and gets WACO on the board. Toes the line, looking for the second one. Shot is up. That one is no good, but there was a lane violation anyway, so the ball will go over to the Bullets. It's brought up by Rogers, just a freshman. Fires over into the corner to Hedges. Hedges drives off a screen, gets to the hole, kicks it out to Rogers. She sets up for the three, but she drilled it, but she was called for traveling as she was getting her feet set for the shot. She shuffled both of them, and the referee picks it up, and the ball goes back over to WACO. And there's a feed inside to Lichty. She's got a clear avenue to the basket, puts up the left-handed shot, no good, cleared out of there by Larson. Hedges leads the break down front to Massner, and she's going to be called for traveling again. She was trying to get her feet set again for a three and just shuffled them a little bit. I don't think she quite agreed, but horn blew there, but the referee waved it off, and there's a steal by Larson. Here comes Hedges on the break. Now she pulls it back out front. Looks into the corner to Hilliard, feeds inside to Larson. Baseline jumper is no good, rims out of there, and is grabbed by Brown on the rebound. Aaliyah Brown got that rebound. Quick feed down to Lichty underneath, and that shot is blocked out of bounds. It will remain with the Warriors. She was double teamed there by Hilliard and Massner, and it went out of bounds. A sub in. Haley Kissel, 5'9", sophomore, comes in, number 40 for the Warriors. Inbound pass is kicked away by Hilliard. Hilliard creates all kinds of havoc down there defensively. He's got long arms, very quick, and great anticipation. Looks to pass the ball inbounds. Now feeds it down in the middle, and it's stolen out of there. Hilliard comes up with the steal. Alex quickly to Rogers, who bounce passes over to Massner. Well done fast break, and Massner puts down the 2. And the Bullets build their lead to 8-1 here with just a little over 5 minutes left in the first quarter. The Warriors pass it around against the zone on the outside. Green has it out front, now kicks it over to Jepson, and it's stolen away by Hedges, but stolen back by the Warriors. Down on the baseline, the ball's knocked out of bounds off of the hands of, looks like it was going to be off the hands of Hedges, so it will belong to Waco. 4:46 left here in the first quarter. Mediapolis leading 8-1. And boy, that's a tough inbounds. It's over in the corner on the baseline, and Hilliard's got those long arms, and they're really having trouble getting it in. She knocked it out there, almost got her hand on it again, and there's going to be, I'm not sure if they called a foul or if it's just the ball out of bounds. Looks like it's just the ball out of bounds back to Waco. A little contact there with Rogers and one of the Waco players. And that's kicked back out front. And Waco resets. Out front is Green with the ball. Just kicks it off, looking inside. And we're going to have a travel call. That was whistled against Jepson. A lot of travel calls here early in this ball game. So Hilliard inbounds to Rogers. She brings it up the court. Over on the right wing to Massner. Inside down on the baseline to Larson. No shot there. She tries to feed it cross court to Hedges, and it goes out of bounds, and that's a turnover, and it belongs to Waco. Probably an ill-advised pass there as it had to go clear across the lane. So Waco comes up the court with 4:19 left, trying to cut into that lead. There's a nice feed from Lichty to Brown, but she can't get it to go. Rebounded by Kissel, and she put it back in for 2 to cut the margin to 8-3. There's a long 3 by Hedges, no good. Hilliard hustles and gets the rebound, gets it to Larson, but it's stripped away from her, but we're going to have a foul called. Good hustle rebound there by Hilliard. And that foul's going to go against Brown. So Massner will inbound the ball on the baseline. No substitutions yet for the Bullets. 5 who started the game are still in there. Quick back to Massner on the inbound. She puts up a 3, no good. Great rebound by Hilliard. Puts it up, no good, and almost got it again, but it's finally cleared out of there by Green, who brings it up the court. She's trapped, has to get rid of it now, does. Over to number 40. There's a shot by Lichty, no good. Comes down, and it's loose on the floor. It's grabbed up there by Hilliard, who brings it down. Over in the corner, Massner sets up for the 3, and she's got it. Can't leave her alone. She will drill it every time. So Waco brings the ball back up the floor. 11-3 now with 3:15 to go. Ball comes cross court. Kissel has the ball, now kicks it back out front to Green. He's looking for somebody. It's against a 1-3-1 zone now that the Bullets have slid into here. Gives it to Brown. She drives the baseline. She beats Larson, but Larson recovers to block it out of bounds. Brown put it on the ball strong, on the floor strong with her left hand, took it to the hoop. Looked like she might get a layup out of that, but the ball was batted out of there by Larson. And we are joined by, Paul, I'm not sure I know your last name.
Kissel.
I'm not sure that's it.
Kissel.
Okay, Paul Kissel from Waco has joined us here. And we've got 2:50 left in the first quarter. Mediapolis leads 11-3.
So you're saying I haven't missed much as far as the Waco standpoint?
Well,
here.
they've had a little trouble scoring, but there's going to be a foul now on Allie Massner, who's just entered the game as she tried to intercept the pass. Mediapolis got off to a really fast start here, and Waco's had a little trouble scoring here against a taller defense and putting some pressure on out front. They've had some good looks a couple times, couldn't get them to go down. There's a turnover and an outlet pass to Allie Massner. She goes to the hoop, and she's going to draw a foul, and that is on Jenny Green.
Well, during our first game, that was one of the things we had a little trouble with, is also putting the ball in the basket. Even though we came out top of Columbus 26-25.
Allie Massner makes the first free throw. Well, I saw that that was kind of a low-scoring affair, but I recall last year in the game up at Waco that you held us down pretty good with the defense on the defensive end of it. The score was actually pretty low for us for the year, and same thing's kind of happened a little bit here tonight. Been a lot of turnovers already, as you expect early in the season. Brown puts up a shot, no good. Ball is loose on the floor, and Hilliard came up with it, but she was standing on the line, so the ball remained with Waco. Yeah, that must have been a pretty exciting ball game at Columbus.
Well, they're a very scrappy group. They've been playing together now for the last 4 years. Many as varsity players, this group of seniors. So after that, the depth is an issue where we have to go down to sophomores, where Hallie Kissel and Ashley Sutton now on the floor. When those seniors get in foul trouble, the depth just isn't quite there.
Bullett's now on the attack here. Hilliard has it in the corner. Back out front to Massner. I was saying earlier that Bullett shot 45% from the three-point line against IMS, and there's another three that's no good by Massner, but rebounded by Hilliard up and in. And Hilliard is one of those people who some night could have a quadruple double. She's assists, steals, rebounds, and scoring. I wouldn't be surprised. She's had a couple triple doubles, and I'm waiting for that quadruple because I've never seen that at any level. So,
well, she is definitely a force. The only problem she might have getting that is that you have quite a few quality players out there.
Yeah, and they get the lead early, and there's a steal by Hilliard, and then she turns it over on a double dribble. Yeah, we're actually, as I look at the squad and talked with the coach, I actually listened to one of his interviews. He thinks they might have a little more depth this year than they had last year. So
you're talking about your Mediapolis girls?
Yeah. He's saying they might have more depth than they had last year. There's a turnover on a travel there. So the Bullets will take over. We've got Allie Massner and Eberhardt now in the ball game, along with Darby Massner and Hedges and Hilliard. Hilliard now playing that post spot inside where Larson usually is. Gets the ball down there and puts it up. It was partially blocked. Good defense there by the Lady Warriors. Bringing it down quickly. The other end, Brown has the ball, and she's going to go to the hole with it. She's really got a quick move and scores.
Well, that's when she's at her best, in transition, where she can get you when you're not quite set. And so she made a nice move to the basket there and finished.
Yeah, she's really got a first quick step. There's a long three that's by Allie Massner, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Bullets. Ricocheted off of there, and one of the Waco players tried to get it and couldn't come up with it.
Yep, the two sophomores there, Casey Sutton and Hallie Kissel, fighting for the ball, knocked it out.
Rogers back in the ball game, passes over to Hedges, looks to Eberhardt. Eberhardt around front, going up against a zone now. In the corner, Massner's wide open. That's Darby, and it's no good, but it's rebounded by Hilliard, and she puts it up and in. So 15-5 here with 40 seconds left in the first quarter. We're bringing the action here from Vernon Bud McLaren Court in Mediapolis. It's the WACO Warriors and the Mediapolis Bullets. Both teams entered this game with a 1-0 record, so somebody's going to get their first defeat of the season here. Bullets jumped out to a quick 8-0 lead and tried to add to it as Hilliard. She misses the shot, but hustles over, and she's going to get the rebound, I believe, and they're going to call a foul. I didn't see that, but foul's going to be whistled on Gabby Wagler, number 24. Hilliard missed the free throw and hustled down, got her own rebound. There's Rogers open on the inbound for the three, and it's no good. And that ball's going to stay with the Bullets as Larson kind of batted it, and then it went off the arm of Brown.
And this is kind of similar to the way it turned out versus Columbus. You know, early foul trouble really puts us in a position where we have to play a zone.
Shot no good by Massner, but rebounded by Larson. A nice rebound. She really had to fight to get that one and put it back in the basket, making it 19-5 as we wind down here in the first quarter. Brown, another nice move to the basket. Boy, she really has her first step is lightning. And she drew the foul here, and she's going to go to the line and shoot two. Looks like if they can get her the ball kind of where she's got any room at all, that she's going to be able to take it to the basket.
Yeah, the Warriors offense definitely goes through number 52.
She makes the first free throw here to cut the margin to 19-6 in favor of the Bullets. Second one is up and no good, and rebounded by Darby Massner. Out to Hedges. Hedges brings it up over on the side to Eberhardt. Eberhardt feeds inside to Larson, and that's in for a two-pointer. Larson's tough inside. Long shot at the buzzer. Does not go down. So we end the first quarter here with the Bullets enjoying a 21-6 lead. Well, Coach, I ran through the sponsors to start with. And I did do the Warrior ones, and I hope I didn't mispronounce any names.
No problem. No problem there. I can help you out here the rest of the game, trying to hit some of those. So I'll read through a few.
We went about like we might expect on paper. You just never know. I think one of the things that could be a problem for the Bullets this year is just plain motivation and coming out strong, and they did tonight, which I think is a good sign for them, because I'm sure that you know, they know the records from last year, and they remember the ball games from last year, but they're coming out here and putting a little pressure out front now. Ball's caught in the corner, batted around, and goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Waco.
Well, like I said, it's a very talented team, and this early in the season, you always wonder about, you know, shooting, rust, and that kind of stuff. But so far, it looks like the Bulldogs have things going pretty well for them.
There's a long pass cross court. Jepson tried to throw that over from the wing on the right side to the corner on the left side, and it sailed out of bounds. So the Bullets will come down again with a 21-6 lead. Just started the second quarter. There's a nice pass from Larson to Hilliard, and she missed the layup.
Well, maybe I jinxed you there a little bit by saying that they were shooting well. But yeah, we were fronting the post there, and they were able to swing it to the weak side post there and made a nice play.
Lichty on the drive, puts up a left-handed shot, no good. Rebounded by Hilliard. Bullets coming the other way. Saw Lichty was the leading scorer for the Warriors in that win over Columbus. Hilliard has the ball down on the block, puts it up and in, and draws the foul. And I think that might be on Lichty.
Yep, got caught behind her there. And we're going to struggle with that size if we can't get in front and post. Get in front of that post and prevent that easy entry pass there.
No, when it gets down on the block with either Hilliard or Larson, it's hard to stop it once it's there. Hilliard missed the free throw, and it's rebounded out of there by Jepson. Brings it down to the other end. Out front to Green. She drives over to the left side, now looks inside. Covered up, so brings it over on the side to Kissel. Out on the wing. Looks inside, nobody there. Good job of covering up on Lichty that time. Comes over on the right side to Kissel, back out front to Jepson. She's going again. There's the ball to Lichty at the high post. Tries to make a move, can't get it there. Comes out on the side. And it's turned over. And Massner's traveled. That's about the third travel call on Massner tonight already. The other two came when she was trying to square her feet up. By that time, she just got the ball and just picked it up and ran with it.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to pass it to the official there, and then recognized, nope, that's not a bullet there. So, yeah, this is the time in the offense where Leah Brown's on the bench, and now somebody else has to step up for the Warriors here.
And someone's in the game that's not on my roster, number 42.
That's Dion Malloy. She was injured earlier this year. This is the first action she's seen coming off a sprained ankle. So there we have a cut to Kissel, puts it up, and they call an offensive foul.
I didn't see that one.
Well, that's my daughter, so I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, okay, okay. So you have a daughter out there.
I do have a daughter out there.
All right.
So I really have to bite my tongue several times in the game.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I didn't see it either, so. You know, I think you used to coach, didn't you?
I did. I coached several years up at Louisa Muscatine, boys varsity coach. Then decided to be a principal for a year. And decided that was just too much, and then went back to teaching and coaching. Now I do junior high.
It's a long three by Massner. No good, but it's rebounded by Larson, but she throws it out of bounds, trying to get it over to Hilliard. Well, I've noticed that since I retired from coaching, the officials do a much better job than they did when I coached.
Very true, very true. Unless it's my kids' game, and then every once in a while they'll mess up.
Then they don't, huh? So.
But for the most part, they do a pretty good job.
Brown just took the ball from the high post and drove into the lane and drew the foul on Hedges. And I'll tell you what, the Bullets are going to have to start moving their feet a little bit when Brown gets the ball, because she's looking to drive it, and she's getting by them every time. Waco will take the ball out on the side. 5:29 to go in the second quarter. Mediapolis leads 23-6. We're here at Vernon Bud McLaren Court in Mediapolis, bringing you Southeast Iowa Super Conference action. And there goes Brown to the hole again. She missed the shot. It's rebounded by Massner, and she turns around, and it's going to be tied up with a jump ball. That's Wagler tied her up, but the arrow is pointing the Bullet's way.
Yeah, anytime Aaliyah gets, she makes a good, strong move, and she's big enough and quick enough to get past most people and at least get an attempt up.
Yeah, she, I don't remember her doing that so much last year. Seemed like she played more with her back to the basket when that game up there, but boy, she's really quick. There's a shot, no good, and it's cleared out of there by Casey Sutton. And then she's tied up, but now the ball will stay with the Lady Warriors.
I know that's one of the focuses Coach Rudd's trying this year with Aaliyah, to get her more out in the open space where she can create more things. Where you're on the block like that, it's tough to create. You're really dependent on your players getting to the ball. And a lot of teams last year would just collapse in, play a 2-3 zone, and give us the outside shot. So she's playing more of the high post where she caught the ball there.
And was double teamed and was called for a travel.
Yep.
I think the Bullets are probably going to have to do a little more of that, double teaming her out there, not let her get that first quick step. And there's Rogers, puts up a three from out front. No good, but it's rebounded by Garvey Massner, and she missed the shot, but she did draw the foul. The foul is on number 24, Gabby Wagler. So Massner will be shooting two.
And that's something we're going to have to develop. The Warriors, played a lot of man last year. Now they're playing zone. And when that shot goes up, finding a person to box out. And during the Columbus game, that was an issue, and now you can see it here. Bullets are doing a very nice job on the offensive glass, getting second shots, and then often drawing fouls on those.
And Massner, I'll probably jinx her here, but she's about as near to perfect at the free throw line as you can get. Fortunately, I didn't jinx her, and she made both of them. That's usually a sure miss when you say something like that. But she stepped up and nailed them both. No, she shot, I think, probably 90% last year or close to it. There's a turnover as Hilliard comes up with the steal ahead to Hedges. She's going to take it to the hole. A funny-looking shot that went in.
A little scoop underneath the defense.
There's a quick pass down to Brown, and she catches Mediapolis asleep, but it's blocked by Larson.
Did a nice job staying on her feet until the shot was attempted and then swatted it away.
There's Hilliard in the corner, puts up the shot, no good. And Massner's going to be called for going over the back.
Nice box out by Casey Sutton there.
Yeah, she did a great job, and Massner went over the back, and so it's another foul, and that will be number 6 on the Bullets. So on the next one, Waco will be shooting. Waco's been whistled for 8 fouls now. And coming into the lineup for Mediapolis is Allie Massner, replacing Darby Massner.
Like you said earlier, I know that Mediapolis graduated 1 senior last year. Well,
it's a long 3 by Green is no good. Comes way back out front and is rebounded out there by Sutton. So the Warriors will get another chance here. There's a feed inside to Lichty, and she bounces it down to Brown, and it's off her feet and out of bounds. Probably would have been better off for Lichty to take the shot there. It looked like the Bullets were reacting to Brown, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. And while we have a timeout, I'll hit a few of the sponsors for the Dogcast here. MTC Technology, Main Street Tire, Mediapolis Savings Bank, Mediapolis Boosters, DMC Mutual, Brewer Agency. So
I was too busy talking too there.
yeah, I think it was the Bullets because it looks like we got 4 left, and they're showing 5 for Waco. So 3:28 to go in the half. Minneapolis brings it down. Allie Massner launches a 3, no good, and it's rebounded out of there by Malloy.
Yep, she's another sophomore. So you have 3 sophomores on the floor right now for the Waco Warriors as they close out the half. And then you have seniors Jalissa Jepson and Erica Lichty.
And there's a steal by Rogers, and she's going the other way. Bounce pass over to Hedges. That basket's going to count, and they call a foul. That's on Jalissa Jepson. So the basket's good.
Yeah, nice transition offense there. Rogers to Hedges. Leads to an easy layup and then a foul.
And the free throw is no good. Rebounded by Larson, goes right back up. And that's partially blocked. Good job there, and Larson's down on the floor.
Looked like we rolled an ankle there. She came down awkwardly.
And she's in a lot of pain right now, too.
I hate to see that one.
Yeah, that's
not a lot of contact, and
she just, yeah, just one of those basketball injuries that happens when you get a lot of people jumping up and down, and somebody's going to occasionally come down on an ankle, and it does things the body didn't intend for it to do, and looks like she's might be up and is walking off, and that's a good sign for Molat fans that she's walking off on her kind of own accord. A few teardrops coming down there, but she is walking on it. So
I don't know how much of this you mentioned, but I did know she had some preseason All-State recognition from like a sports highlight.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure what all. She's got several awards, and of course, she just recently signed to attend Wayne State on a basketball scholarship next year. Hilliard's going to UNI, so boy, it's been a long time since that's happened at Mediapolis. There's going to be a foul on Eberhardt as she fouled number 22, Casey Sutton. And Sutton's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1 now.
I was just reading that. I think the magazine was Sports Highlight. You get it at your Casey stores. And I think you guys are favored to win the 3A championship. No pressure.
No pressure. Well, they're ranked second. I guess I don't know who's ranked first. So there's somebody out there that a lot of people think are better than us. And
I just looked at that, too. I think it was Pocahontas. Is that right?
It could be. And the free throw is no good there, but Mediapolis was in the lane too quick. I think that was Allie Massner was in too quick. So Casey Sutton gets another chance. Puts it up there, and this one's no good either. And Hilliard clears this one out to Hedges. As they bring it up the floor. There's Eberhardt with it. Back out front to Rogers. 2:36 left here. Mediapolis leads 29-6. Rogers makes a pass inside, too high, and Brown picks it off. So Waco will bring it the other way. Bring it down to Brown at the high post. She wants to bounce pass it and is called for the travel. She turned and was looking for Lichty on the baseline and got those feet. These officials have really called traveling close tonight. That's probably the 6th or 7th traveling call already. And it's early in the season, so.
A lot of that pivot foot just getting drug a little bit as they can't decide what move to make here early on.
Well, let's pass it around the outside of the zone over to Allie Master in the corner to Hedges. Had an open shot and took it to the basket and stood and got the layup.
Hilliard did a nice job sealing off Brown and gave Hedges a nice open look, and she was able to convert.
A long three is put up there, and it's no good, and Allie Master races out with the rebound, goes all the way to the basket, and is going to draw a foul on Lichty, I believe, wasn't it?
It was. Erica Lichty hustling back. Didn't quite beat her to the spot.
No, you could kind of see Allie Master was going to take it to the hole about the half-court line.
Yep.
So, and she hits the first one.
I think last year's games, it was kind of a unique situation where they had like a snow makeup and they played on a Friday and then again that following Tuesday or Monday.
Yeah, they played two in a row, I know. So Allie Master hits the second one also. Mediapolis now leading 33-6 with 1:43 left. Brown gets the ball, heads to the hole, no good, off the rim, rebounded by Hilliard. And Brown's getting by that first line of defense, and Hilliard turns it right back over, but she can't seem to finish right now.
No, I think the inside height there of Mediapolis is really kind of altering her shot, just enough to throw her off. Oh.
And there's a reach-in foul on Eberhardt. That's 2 on her, almost the exact same kind of foul.
A shot to the jaw on Jepson.
Yeah. I wonder how many times the coaches said don't reach, you know, since she started playing basketball, but there's just something about it that...
Well, Jepson was holding the ball out there in front, moved it just in time to get the poke replaced right to the chin.
And the free throw is good by Jepson. So she'll get another one here. 33-7, 1:21 to go. Mediapolis leads.
Now Jepson's another one of those seniors.
And she steps up and hits the second one. Yeah, this is, their starting five is pretty experienced. I remember them from playing last year. And like you said, then when they get in some foul trouble, the bench is a little weak. Well, not weak, inexperienced is a better word. Yeah, they're probably going to be pretty good, but they haven't played much. Hilliard gets a rebound and puts it back in.
Now we kind of an empty junior class. So the sophomores are having to step up here and play some varsity time.
Jepson on the miss. Mediapolis rebounds, bring her down, and Rogers draws the foul. Rogers is just a freshman.
So you talked about me coaching earlier. I always had a headache down here. He's still here.
Yeah, I got Coach Worrell lined up here for an interview at halftime. And
oh, you're saying he's not here just to see me, huh?
No, I don't think he just came by to see you. Rogers makes the first free throw here. Her first point of the night. Second one is also good.
That brings the score to 37-8, under a minute to go in the half.
Feed inside to Malloy. Is knocked out of there, but recovered by Jepson. Jepson out front to Kissel, and it's turned over, stolen by Master. She tries to pass it ahead to Eberhardt, and it's stolen right back by Kissel and brings it back up the floor and sets up their offense. Out front, over in the corner, and there's going to be a steal by Hedges. She tries to go behind her back and can't do it, but is fouled. Foul goes against Casey Sutton. So Hedges will be going to the line and should be shooting 2, as there's 10 fouls now on Waco in the half. 19 seconds to go. Mediapolis leads 37-8. And Hedges drains the free throw.
Now, she was in double digits last game also.
Yeah, she had 17. They had 26, 21, and 17, and the second one is good. And that's something this team has had the last 2 years, is great balance. You can't, a lot of teams try to shut Larson down, and when you do that, you're leaving the outside shots open, and Hedges and Massner are deadly out there. There's going to be a reach-in foul on Hedges. Going to the line will be Malloy to shoot a 1-and-1. And that's no good. It did not hit the rim, so Mediapolis will get the ball. With 7.7 seconds to go, they're leading 39-8. Rogers brings it down, steps back, now dumps off to Allie Massner, over to Eberhardt. She drives to the hole, didn't get the shot off in time, so the score at halftime is going to be 39-8 in favor of the Bowettes. Serve Pro, Newport Junction, and Southeastern Community College. Thank you for your support. And we're underway here in the second half. Mediapolis gets the ball first. Looks in the corner to Massner. Back cross court to Hedges. She puts up the three and drains it.
I just like to point out it's good to see Larson's back on the floor. Moving pretty well. Yeah, after turning her ankle there in the first half.
I kind of wondered if she would come back out, but they put her back out there, and there's a steal by Hilliard. And she dumps it off to Rogers, back out to Massner for a three. That's off the front of the rim, but she follows, gets her own shot. Back out to Rogers, feeds inside to Larson, and she's up and in and draws the foul. And she looked pretty healthy on that play.
And again, this is something, this is a great opportunity for the Warriors here, playing a strong Mediapolis team, and definitely going to see some things that they're going to need to work on this season if they want to improve.
Larson's free throw's no good, but Massner sneaks in and gets the rebound, and somebody went to sleep on that one because that was too easy. Massner just stepped in behind and got the rebound, put it back in.
Yep, some miscommunication there, just lack of awareness for the Warriors. Not realizing she made the shot, they kind of went to sleep and let her get a rebound.
Lichty puts up a shot, no good. Hilliard gets the rebound, comes down, off to Hedges, out to Rogers, puts up the three, no good. Hustles in, gets her own rebound. Hilliard looks for the three, doesn't take it, goes inside and passes the ball to Larson. No good. Massner got inside position, though, and I think there's going to be a foul called on Waco.
And again, that's just Mediapolis whining a little more than the Warriors. They're moving, getting in position, and the Warriors are kind of staying flat-footed and reacting to what's happening instead of looking to make things happen offensively and defensively.
So Massner will inbound quickly to Rogers. She's open for the three, but it's off the front of the rim and no good. Hilliard runs down the rebound. Those three-point shots, a lot of long rebounds are coming out way out there. Hilliard's fouled on a drive to the basket. It's really hard. Well, it's hard out of any defense, but out of a zone to take away the inside rebounding and defend against those long rebounds too. It's just makes it really tough. Hilliard at the line. Shoots two, makes the first one.
And that's Jenny Green's third foul, so you see sophomore Casey Sutton entering the game. You get a reach-in foul. Puts Hilliard at the line.
Second one is good also. Well, one good thing for Waco is that the young girls are getting some experience here early in the season, and that's going to help them down the line. And inside to Wagler, and she makes a nice shot in there.
Again, she has caught it and shot it. There wasn't a lot of thinking.
There's going to be a foul whistle.
I think that's Hallie Kissel picking up her third foul.
And we're going to have a timeout here with 6:22 to go. This is Ken Harshbarger with Paul Kissel bringing you the action here. And you have some veterans out there for Waco starting, but a lot of the reserve strength is young, and it's just it's a tough assignment, especially on Mediapolis' home floor too. Rogers has the ball out front, goes over to Hedges, off to Massner, inside to Larson, and there's going to be a foul called there. That foul is on number 42, and that's Malloy. It's whistled for the foul as the Bullets continue to pound that ball inside to Larson. Now it's out to Massner in the corner. No good. She's a little off on the threes tonight. Malloy gets the rebound, and Waco brings it down the floor.
So you can see 3 sophomores on the floor for Waco. Hallie Kissel, Dion Malloy, Casey Sutton. Like I said, this is a good lesson for them, playing a very talented Mediapolis team. Sutton drives to the hole. Wagler with the putback. Long rebound out to Hedges now, 2-on-1.
Like she was trying to draw the foul there. Rogers gets the rebound and puts it in. Hedges looked like she was more trying to draw the foul and make the shot there.
It was contested by Kissel, and then backside rebound was put back in by Rogers.
There's going to be a foul on Harvey Massner as she apparently pushed her in the back, is kind of the indication by the official. So Waco inbounds underneath the basket.
Didn't quite get a play set up there and kind of force it in. Rogers deflects it out. So it's into Jepson in the high post. He brings it out top. The Mediapolis play in the zone. Jepson penetrates. A little long on a layup and rebounded by...
That's Darby Massner grabbing that. A good feed in there by Massner to Larson for an easy 2. Larson really goes up strong inside. I always tease her. I coached her dad, and I said, he never did that. Why didn't he do that when he played for me? There's a missed shot, and Larson comes down with the rebound. Hilliard flies to the basket and draws the foul. She was out of control and got bailed out by the foul there.
Yep, again, that half step slow getting in position there, and that would be a little intimidating. Hilliard is a solid girl and coming at you full speed. It's hard to step in front of that for a charge. So instead, Hallie Kissel picks up her 4th foul here with 4 minutes to go in the 3rd period.
When you think about your sophomores going out here, I mean, you think about last year, who they were playing against, and now to come out in the 2nd game of the season, and you're facing a Division I signed girl and another Division II signed girl, and that's got to be a big change for the young girls. Hilliard missed that first free throw.
Well, so much of it, just the speed that they're playing at and the confidence they play with.
She missed the second. Malloy collects the rebound for the Warriors. And Hedges is going to be called for a reach-in foul.
Yeah, sometimes they make those easy for the officials to call.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
Getting a little over-aggressive there at the top of the zone.
Jepson had the ball, and Hedges kind of attacked her, I guess would be a good word, and drew the foul.
And that's one of the advantages. Like you said earlier, they do have a deep bench, a lot of quality players, so you can be a little over-aggressive on the top of that zone, knowing that another girl's ready to step in for you.
And there's a three-pointer by Jepson. He's gunned that one right in. That makes it 52-13. There's going to be a foul called on Jepson.
And Massner taking it strong to the hole.
Which is something I think they've worked on a little bit, because she was more of a setup jump shooter last year and still is pretty much, but I think they've worked a little bit on her driving the ball, because she's done it 2 or 3 times tonight.
Well, I think coming into the game last year, she had a game where she had, 9 threes? Is that right?
And she hits the free throw.
Very good spot-up shooter. Now showing that she can take it to the hole, that just makes it that much tougher when you have those 2 posts in there.
And I'm sure that they've worked on that, because teams know now that she's so deadly from 3 that they're going to get after. She drains the second, and she's deadly there too, so if she can take it to the hole and draw a foul, she's going to score some points. You Mediapolis stayed pretty much with that zone all night tonight, that 2-3. They were in a 1-3-1 for just a little bit. Drop back to the 2-3 here. There's Green to the hole. Nice move. Puts up the shot. No good. And Hilliard comes out with a rebound, and she's going to the other end with it. Gets it out to Hedges. Feeds inside to Larson. Up and in. That's just like you draw it up on the board right there. Get it out, and the big girl hustles and gets the spot. Jepson puts up another three. This one's no good. And saved from going out of bounds by Larson out to Hedges. And ahead to Massner off her. Now back to Massner. She's got an avenue to the basket and picks up the foul. I think that's going to go against Wagler, I believe. And it is.
Again, transition defense. Nice job by Mediapolis in pushing the ball up the floor. And the Warriors aren't able to rotate.
And Massner, like I said, is she's almost automatic up there. Hits the first one. Lichty and Brown return to the lineup for the Warriors. Coming into the game for the Bullets is Ashley Mockowitz, number 42, into the lineup. I believe that's the first time she's been in tonight. And that's up and in by Massner.
Nope, so we have the 4 seniors plus Casey Sutton, sorry. Ashley's the older sister.
And she feeds the ball inside to Brown and picks up the foul as Larson got caught behind her that time and picked up the foul. I could see where Brown's going to do some damage against teams that don't have great size, because she's got good size and quickness. There's the turnover out front. Rogers gets the ball, tries to feed it off to Eberhardt. That's probably one of those cases where she was a little bit too unselfish. She probably had the left-handed layup, turned the ball over down on the baseline as she tried to feed it over there.
Yeah, Leah Brown did a nice job hustling back and intercepting that pass. Jenny Green penetrates again with a short little jump shot.
And she got inside the zone there and just couldn't put it down. Larson gets the rebound out to Eberhardt.
And again, Mediapolis does a nice job to limiting the Warriors just to one shot.
And there's Larson on the feed inside. She's just almost automatic when she gets it down there on the block too. There's going to be a foul called on Rogers out front. That will be the 4th team foul against Mediapolis. 1:16 to go here. We must have a running clock now, maybe.
Yep.
60-13 in favor of the Bullets. Brown down the middle, and the ball won't go in for her. That's too bad. That was a nice move and a good shot. Larson grabs the rebound, comes out here to Allie Massner in the lineup now. Feed inside to Larson. She's up and in. And I think a couple of those early fouls, you know, Brown knows she's got some foul trouble, and so she's maybe playing a little softer. And there's a good steal out front by Rogers. And she goes to the hoop, and she's going to draw the foul on Green. She picked Green's pocket and headed down to the other end and drew the foul.
And there again, a little bit of a frustration foul there in transition when you have your third. You get your pocket picked. I don't know if that is necessary to draw the foul there. So now she has 4.
And there's a free throw up and good by Rogers. Rogers just a freshman, so that's the coach's daughter. And
they tend to usually be a decent player.
They get a little help, don't they? They grow up with it from the time they're born in most cases.
That's right.
And the second one is good too. Yeah, she's going to be a nice player, I'm sure. She's played a lot of the AAU ball and things like that, so she's faced a lot of good competition. There's a nice move to the hoop, but shot is no good by Jepson, and Rogers comes out of there with it on the break, and this time she takes it all the way herself and finishes.
Again, that transition, Mediapolis is doing a really nice job pushing it up the floor and catching the Warriors off guard.
And that time Rogers didn't try to make a pass. You could see she was going to the hoop with it and finished on it. And there's a steal by Eberhardt, and she's going the other way. And she's going to draw the foul. That's on Jepson.
That's only her, let's see, third.
You know, really, Warriors have done a pretty good job of penetrating against that zone. They just can't finish the shots in there. And Eberhardt misses the first one. As the Bullets have extended that zone, they've done a pretty good job. Waco has it getting inside, but they just can't get the ball to fall.
And then Mediapolis is doing a nice job with the rebound and getting it out, pushing it down the floor.
And Larson gets the rebound and puts it back in. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter with Mediapolis leading 68-13. And that's going to give us a chance to pay some bills here.
That's right.
When we got into tournament time, we had people listening all over the world. We'd get emails from Vietnam and Hungary and England and Australia and all kinds of places. Same thing in football when we're in the playoffs. We really get a huge audience, you know, and so it was really great to know that we were able to bring that to people who otherwise wouldn't probably know what was going on. There's a steal by Rogers to start the half, and then she draws the foul.
Like you said, it's a great opportunity for families and friends that are far away to still support their team and relatives and stay in touch.
We moved to our new football field this year, and we had a big celebration for the last time that we played over at Archer Field. And we had an awful lot of alumni back, and there were numerous ones that told us that lived away from here that told us how much they appreciated the broadcast, that it was a chance for them to kind of stay in touch with the schools and the community and everything. So that was good. First free throw is missed here by Rogers. She's got another one coming, and she misses that one, and it's rebounded by Brown.
Well, I know this fall Mediapolis had a very good volleyball season and football season.
Yeah, right now we're going through one of those runs that you do in smaller schools where you have really, really good athletes, and other times maybe you don't quite as much. But we're kind of going through one of those times both in boys and girls sports where we're having some really good athletes and have had a lot of success this year. And we're going to have a travel call, and they've called that consistently all night long. That call was on Jepson and just must have drugged the pivot foot a little bit. I know early in the game the girls were all looking at them like, what?
Well, I'm sure in practices, coach kind of a little more forgiving than the officials are right now.
Yeah, and there's a shot no good, but rebounded by Hilliard, and she'll draw a foul. And you get some officials who call it closer than others, and early in the season here, you're right, probably in practice it's let go a little bit. Because you don't want to spend all night on that. You're trying to get other things done, so. Hilliard's up, and that one's good.
And Jenny Green enters back in the game here. 6:49 left to go. Mediapolis, the home team, is leading 69-13 over the visiting Warriors from Waco.
Here dies the hoop, and it's good.
So it looks like the Bulldogs now are matching up a little more here.
Yeah, it looks like they're in a man-to-man right now, or person-to-person, as it might be. Brown puts up her shot, and it's going to trickle around and fall in from the free throw line. Good job of Brown recognizing that Hilliard, or that Larson had backed off of her. Larson down on the baseline answers. But Brown recognized there that Larson had backed off of her, looking for that drive that she showed early in the game, and stepped up there and hit that shot from the free throw line. Pass out, and no good by Kissel, and rebounded out of there by Larson. Here comes Rogers ahead to Hilliard. She stops at the three-point line, now kicks back to Rogers for a three. No good. Brown clears it out of there.
Now the Warriors have a chance for transition ahead to Erica Lichty.
And it's no good. She got herself caught just a little bit too far under the basket, and Darby Messner comes out of there. Good look down the floor, though.
That was one of those opportunities where a rare miss by Mediapolis allows them to get the outlet and get down the floor.
Feed inside to Larson. She's double teamed. Now kicks it back out. Hedges drives, punts it a little bit, and Brown comes up with the loose ball. Head to Kissel. Feeds Brown. She's going to the hoop. Nope, she dumps off to Lichty, and it won't go. They've had some tough luck, and you're right, probably the size. They're not quite used to that. You can't replicate that in practice.
No, you can't. You can't coach size or speed. So
Hedges puts up a 3, and it's good. That makes the score 75-15 with just a little over 5 minutes left. Kissel out to Green. There's a cut by Wagler, gets the ball in the middle. And once tries to dump it off to Lichty, and Hilliard picks it off. And pass to Rogers for an easy layup. And it looks like we're going to have some subs coming in here, and this is going to test my knowledge a little bit. First time in the ball game for some of these. We got John O'Latty is out there. And Haley T is out there. Eberhardt remains in the game. Allie Master remains in the game. So I'm missing somebody here. Number 42, Ashley Mako. She was in a little bit earlier in the game, has returned to the lineup for the Bullets.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be much help to you there.
We had a game here last year, early in the season, and it ended up, it was 2 girls games. We thought it was a boy-girl game. So we had the fresh off game early in the season, and then we didn't have a roster.
No.
And I knew some of the girls, I didn't know all of them. So we had at a timeout, we had a quick run down and copy the numbers out of the book. So
that makes it tough. Well, these are the girls you'll see more of next year.
Yeah, because there's a lot of seniors on that first unit there. There's a long 3 put up by Laddie, no good, but rebounded out there by the Bullets. Eberhardt's driving to the hole, and we're going to have a 3-second call. I believe that might have been on Laddie, but I'm not sure. And here comes Waco quickly down the floor, passes into Brown. She makes the move to the hoop, puts it up. Oh, she's had tough luck tonight. That didn't go in. It's rebounded by Allie Massner, and there's a foul on Jepson. And I think that might be 5 since she immediately headed for the bench.
Yep, there was again, one of those reach-in fouls.
Well, Brown's had some tough luck tonight. She made a really strong move back to her right that time, and the ball just rimmed out for her.
And hopefully as the season goes on, those shots will fall. Because like you said, she can do some really nice things with the basketball.
I was really impressed, especially there early in the ball game with her ability to just take the ball and blow by people. Because I didn't see that from her last year, and I don't think our girls had seen that from her last year either. The second free throw is no good, and Brown rebounds. So that's probably something they've been working on, and I think that'll pay off for her down the line too. She's got the ball at the high post, takes it to the hoop. Nice job with her left hand, and then shoots it up right-handed and scores. Good strong move there. We saw that early in the game, but she just couldn't quite finish.
Oh, a little smaller girl on her now, and it's not quite as intimidating.
Nice steal by Lichty up there on the pass, and Eberhardt knocks it out of bounds, but it'll stay with Waco.
So Dion Malloy subbed in for Leah Brown here. And looks like her night's over with Kalisha Miller also checking in for Erica Lichty. Kalisha is one of those seniors that came out this year for the first time after enjoying a volleyball season with these girls. So she's a taller girl, and they're trying to work her in slowly here. And hopefully towards the second half of the season, she can provide a little more depth for them on the post.
Be nice. She's got some size there, which would be good. So at the line, let's see, that is Casey Sutton. Puts that shot up and banks that one in.
It's always a nice, good straight shot. Get that bank in there.
Second one is up and falls through also. She breaks into the scoring column there for Waco. Allie Massner puts up a shot, no good. Mockholtz with the rebound. Back out front. Shot is up by T and is no good. No, that's Lillian Johnson in there now. And missed that shot. Boy, shot no good. Rebounded by Mockholtz. Feeds it out front to Haley T. In the corner to Allie Massner, wide open for the 3, puts it up and drains it.
A little miscommunication here as Jenny Green's waiting for somebody to come back.
At the ball. Ball's to Sutton, back out front to Green.
Nice backdoor
cut by Kissel, went up and no good. And that ball is going to stay with Waco, I believe. I think it went off Allie Massner.
And Jenny Green checks out as Gabby Wagler comes back into the game here with 1:40 to go.
It was Wagler last year that just did a great job rebounding against us. I remember she just kept getting rebounds against taller girls. There's a turnover, and it's kicked out of bounds. Then Lillian Johnson made the steal and then had a dribble off her foot out of bounds.
Well, Wagler did lead the team in rebounds last year with a little under 4 a game.
Well, she had a big night against us on the boards, I remember, because I really appreciated how hard she worked against taller girls.
And she's one of those scrappy seniors.
Johnson puts up the 3, no good. It's rebounded by Sutton.
No.
Kissel cross-court pass is picked off by Johnson. She's going to the hoop and she's going to score. Her dad and mom are sitting right over here. I'm sure they were happy with that. Sutton driving the ball. Nothing there. Going to get a 5-second call. Good defense there by the Bullette reserves as they really manned up and there was no place to throw the basketball. And got the 5-second turnover. 10 seconds to go in the ball game. 83-19, Mediapolis leads. Allie Massner to the hoop, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Malloy, out to Kissel. And there's a long shot that falls short, and that'll end the ball game. Mediapolis picks up their second win of the season, 83-19 over visiting Waco. The Bullets jumped to an 8-0 lead, and really from that point on, it was over.
Yeah, it was a good learning opportunity here for the Warriors as they come in. See what they have to work on here if they want to be a contender here in the North Division of the Super Conference. Mediapolis shows.